Have you seen the Sydney Sweeney ad, Senator? And if so, what did you think about it?
Yes, I saw the ad. And okay, the young woman does have big, beautiful breasts. But let's not lose sight of what's important. We are the party of ugly, fat people. We can't just allow these Republicans to put a beautiful, white young woman with perfectly round titties in their ads, because people like that shit. We need to keep putting fat, ugly bitches in our ads, you know? Stay woke.
Yo, it's JDI Vance. Me got baby face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water, make Gulf US away. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. Me got baby face, me got big chair. Trump bad, Trump good, me no care. Me write big book, kill billies and stuff. Now me important, we're tired tough. Me go Yale school, me learn big word. Now me forget everything me heard. Silicon people give me job, me take. Now me like Trump, me make no mistake. Yo, it's JD Advance. Fight, walk, folk, me say never die. Me protect kids, me born liberate. Him, them. America simple, only two gender. Me face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water, make Gulf US of A. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. Too many gender for my agenda. Went on a bender, execo the sender. Might take Panama just like na. Might take Gaza, pop then a plaza. We next one majesties.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Major IDOT of Unit 199, and we have breaking news. Right when we start, we have breaking news. Marjorie Taylor Greene resigns from Congress. Holy crap. Trump defeated her. Trump defeated her so easily. So easily. Amazing. Yet here we are. Let's freaking go. I haven't listened to what she's had to say, so we're going to listen to it right now. So let's go. I've not heard this.
Hi, everyone. I've always represented the common American man and woman as a member of the House of Representatives, which is why I've always been despised in Washington, D.C., and just never fit in. Americans are used by the political industrial complex of both political parties, election cycle after election cycle, in order to elect whichever side can convince Americans to hate the other side more. And the results are always the same. No matter which way the political pendulum swings, Republican or Democrat, nothing ever gets better for the common American man or woman. The debt goes higher, corporate and global interests remain Washington's sweethearts, American jobs continue to be replaced, whether it's by illegal labor or legal labor by visas or just shipped overseas. Small businesses continue to be swallowed by big corporations. Americans' hard-earned tax dollars always fund foreign wars, foreign aid, and foreign interest. And the spending power of the dollar continues to decline.
This is just a lot of fancy talk. So you basically you quit because Trump exposed you. That's the simplified version of it.
The average American family can no longer survive on a single breadwinner's income, as both parents have to work in order to simply survive. And today, many in my children's generation feel hopeless for their future and don't think they will ever realize the American dream. And that breaks my heart. I ran for Congress in 2020 and have fought every single day believing that Make America Great Again meant America first. I have one of the most conservative voting records in Congress, defending the First Amendment, Second Amendment. unborn babies because I believe God creates life at conception, and I love to fight for the little guy. Strong, safe borders, I have fought hard for that. I've fought against COVID tyrannical insanity and mandated mass vaccinations, and I've never voted to fund foreign wars with your hard-earned tax dollars. However, with almost 1 year into our majority, the legislature has been mostly sidelined. We endured an 8-week shutdown wrongly, resulting in the House not working for the entire time. And we are entering campaign season, which means all courage leaves and only safe campaign re-election mode is turned on in the House of Representatives. During the longest shutdown in our nation's history, I raged against my own speaker and my own party for refusing to proactively work diligently to pass the plan to save Americans' health care and protect Americans from outrageous, overpriced, and unaffordable health insurance policies. The House should have been in session working every day to fix this disaster. But instead, America was force-fed disgusting political drama once again from both sides of the aisle on television every single day.
I am streaming on Rumble again, and I already got somebody crying on Rumble. This is why. What do you expect? But Rumball on Rumble says Jeremy treats Rumble audience like Dems treat Snap receipts, like pawns. Well, I mean, I didn't get a contract to come back to Rumble like all the other people. I just came back because a few people reached out to me and they said, hey, I know you're pissed at Rumble, but I wish you would, stream over there more because we like watching. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do that because a few people reached out. I didn't get paid. I didn't get a contract. I did it because a few people told me they want me to stream over there. You can keep crying, but, I'm over there. So anyway, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Okay, here we go.
My bills, which reflect many of President Trump's executive orders, like calling for a new census counting Americans only to draw new districts, making English the official language of the U.S., making it a felony to medically trans a minor, and other bills like eliminating capital gains taxes on the sale of your primary home.
She goes for another 7 minutes, unfortunately.
H-1B visas. Just sit. They all sit collecting dust. That's how it is for most members of Congress bills. The speaker never brings them to the floor for a vote. Many common Americans are no longer easily convinced by paid political propaganda spokespersons and consultants on TV and paid shills on social media.
Like the fact that, okay, every night I do this show as a complete retard from Alabama. I do this show every night. I don't have talking points. I don't have notes. I don't have prepared statements. I don't have anything. This idiot right here on screen is literally reading word for word because she doesn't know how to actually talk, because she doesn't actually care about these things. This is a carefully crafted bullshit statement.
Obediently serving with cult-like conviction to force others to swallow the political party talking points. Because they know how much credit card debt they have, they know how much their bills have gone up over the past 5 years. They actually do their own grocery shopping and know food costs too much. Their rent has increasingly gone up and up. They have been outbid by corporate asset managers too many times when they put in an offer to buy a house. They have been laid off after being forced to train their visa holding replacement, the college degree they were told to earn.
TXC Cam, you are welcome, sir. Thank you. Yes, I'm back.
Only left them in debt with no big 6-figure salary. They see more homeless people than ever on their own community streets. They can't afford health insurance or practically any insurance, and they just aren't stupid. These are the people I represent and love because that is who all of my family and friends are, common Americans. I've been blessed to represent the 14th District of Georgia for 5 years. The district is filled with some of the most wonderful, kind-hearted, God-fearing, patriotic, hardworking people.
If you're just tuning in, Marjorie Taylor Greene has resigned from Congress. We're listening to her 10-minute word salad right now. I predict that Marjorie Taylor Greene will have a podcast very soon. I predict that she is going to start talking to a lot of Democrats. Absolutely.
you will ever meet. Good, regular, common Americans. I've worked hard to bring taxpayer dollars back home to help district needs. I impeached Biden's Secretary of Homeland after watching my constituents die.
Tell us where she's wrong. Well, she's wrong by standing up on stage, grandstanding with a bunch of women who claim that they're victims and said that they're going to create their own list of men that have been abusive. Yet here we are 2 months later, and none of those women, with Gloria Allred standing there, none of those women have produced this magical list. So there's one thing. She's standing there with a bunch of Me Too movement bullshit, pushing a narrative, claiming that they're standing for victims, yet they've released no fucking names. But hey, go ahead and cheer for her because she said something that you agree with in her prepared statement written by someone else, because she can't form a fucking sentence by herself. She's got to sit here and read a prepared fucking statement. She literally does this for a living, and she needs to read a prepared statement. So people like you will go, oh, wow, she's saying exactly what I want her to say on her prepared fucking statement. And so you're going to sit there and walk right into the trap.
As he facilitated dangerous open border invasion into America. And I led the effort to defund hard left politically biased NPR and PBS and the corrupt USAID. And I did that as chair of the DOJ subcommittee. I have fought harder than almost any other elected Republican to elect Donald Trump and Republicans to power. I traveled the country for years. I spent millions of my own money. I missed precious time with my family that I can never get back. And I showed up in places like outside the New York courthouse in Collect Pond Park against a raging leftist mob as Trump faced Democrat lawfare. Meanwhile, most of the establishment Republicans who secretly hate him and who stabbed him in the back and never defended him against anything have all been welcomed in right after the election. And I will never forget the day I had to leave my mother's side as my father had brain surgery to remove cancerous tumors in order to fly to Washington, D.C. to defend President Trump and vote no against the Democrats.
Hang on. Someone said, hang on. MTG is a village crazy lady, but she said all of these things independently off the cuff, Jeremy. Just because it's prepared doesn't mean shit. The truth is it probably stops her from ranting. So you're saying that she needs to keep her emotions under control with a prepared, pre-written statement? Are you telling me that women get emotional and can't control their emotions? That's an interesting theory.
Second impeachment in 2021. My poor father and my poor mother, it was way too much for all of us. Through it all, I never changed or went back on my campaign promises and only disagreed in a few areas, like my stance against H-1Bs replacing American jobs, AI state moratoriums, debt for life 50-year mortgage scams, standing strongly against all involvement in foreign wars, and demanding the release of the Epstein files. Other than that, my voting record has been solidly with my party and the president. Loyalty should be a two-way street, and we should be able to vote our conscience and represent our district's interests because our job title is literally representative. America first should mean America first and only Americans first, with no other foreign country ever being attached to America first in our halls of government. Standing up for American women who were raped at 14 years old, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States, whom I fought for.
We have activated her victim card, ladies and gentlemen. The victim card has been activated. Nandy for 50 says, I don't dislike MTG, Massey, and Rand Paul. I just struggle to understand why they don't meet with Trump or secure meetings with Trump to address these issues. Just all talk, no action. GOP and Dems are just existing and getting paychecks because they're not interested in having a conversation with Trump and working something out. They're interested in building their own individual brands. That's what they're up to. They're not interested in it. She's a professional victim. This is who she is. She grandstood. She was a grandstander for MAGA because it elevated her. She did a good job of fooling MAGA for a long time. Now she's got another direction she wants to go. And linking up with people like Thomas Massey and Rand Paul, it just says everything about her. But I know principles. That's going to be the thing that the people in chat. Principles. Oh, Jeremy, they have principles. Okay. Go ahead and repeat your NPC talk. Thank you, Nandy, by the way. Repeat your NPC talking points of principles. Stephen Strange on Rumble says, Rumble Pawn here. I just wanted to thank you for streaming on Rumble so that I can send you Rumble rants. Well, I appreciate that, man. Jesus says, all hail Cobra Commander Jeremy. Thank you. Vlad says, another grift stream. Trump probably shocked so many people when he went along with Mamdani, and libs don't like it. That's what I was planning on talking about tonight, but this story broke. So we're focusing on this, but we're going to get to that. JDT199 says, ain't this bitch worth 20-30 million talking about common Americans? GTFO here. I don't know what she's worth. I think there was a report saying she's like worth like $20 million, but I have no idea. I don't know. But thank you so much. Jeremy has no principles. He will grift anything, including your fucking comment. I will literally grift your fucking comment. And you know what? There's not a fucking thing you can do about it. I'm going to sit here and make money off of your retarded ass comment, and you're going to just be mad. That's what's going to happen right now. Nothing you can do about it. I'm leaving it up until we get a super chat talking to you. John for 20 says she spent millions of her own money. Where did she earn millions? This is true. Where did she get the millions? Just a question. It's just a question. I don't know if that's a bad thing to do. Is it sexist? No principal tax. Dude, that's a good tax, Bubba Dank. No principal tax. That's a good tax around here. That's dedicated to you, my friend. Yeah, just be mad tax for the time. Oh man, grift tax. All right, we're making some off you now. But yeah, right here. So she spent millions of her own money. Where did she earn millions? It's not like she's a YouTube grifter. Where did she get the millions? Penelope says grifter tax. Thank you so much. No principles tax is really good. Tommy says Jeremy won't grift my comments. This is to prove it. I would never grift you, Tommy. You're too important. You're too important.
However, while yes, hurtful, my heart remains filled with joy. My life is filled with happiness.
Okay, he responded correctly. I made money for Jeremy. This is the correct response. We're good now. We're good. Laughing Man says Jeremy has millions. Only because you've donated so much to me. It's all come from you, Laughing Man. No, I don't actually. I wish. But Willie Will's here with a $100 super chat. And we do have a holiday special on Sydney Sweeney. So she's $100 through the holidays, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, boom, boom. Willie Will here with $100. And following Willie Will is John freaking Murdoch. John freaking Murdoch with 100. And he says, hey, Jeremy, thanks for catching my super chat at the end of F&T. I used to like MTG, but I think she was taken over by the pod people. Hail the 199. Hail Mossad whale watchers. Grift tax for the lack of principles. Let's freaking go. Thank you so much, John. And yes, thank you for the super chat on Friday Night Tights. You and Willie Will. Appreciate y'all. Willie, your profile picture just stands out in the chat. I don't know what it is. Like, even when you don't super chat, it just, your profile picture, it's a perfect picture for the chat. So your profile picture always stands out. It's great.
and my true convictions remain unchanged because my self-worth is not defined by a man, but instead by God, who created everything in existence.
Oh, what
hurtful?
What a feminist message for pure feminism. Listen to this shit.
Threatened by
I'm
the
backing it
President
up.
of the United States, whom I fought for. However, while yes, hurtful, my heart remains filled with joy, my life is filled with happiness, and my true convictions remain unchanged because my self-worth is not defined by a man.
Oh, man. All those people being like, Jeremy, she's right. She's based, Jeremy. You're just coping, Jeremy. Feminist messaging, feminist language. There it is. Boom. That's all you need to know right there. That's all you need to know. One more time for the people in the back.
Happiness and my true convictions remain unchanged because my self-worth is not defined by a man, but instead by God, who created everything in existence. You see, I have never valued power, titles, or attention in spite of all the wrong assumptions about me. I do not cling to those things because they are meaningless and empty traps that hold too many people in Washington. I believe in term limits and do not think Congress should be a lifelong career or an assisted living facility. My only goal and desire has ever been to hold the Republican Party accountable for the promises it makes to the American people and put America first. And I have fought against Democrats' damaging policies like the Green New Deal, wide open, deadly, unsafe border policies, and the trans agenda on children and against women. With that has brought years of nonstop, never-ending personal attacks, death threats, lawfare, ridiculous slander, and lies about me that most people could never withstand even for a single day. It has been unfair and wrong.
Dude, there's a lot cooking right now. I was not prepared. We're going to go back to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay? But breaking in a massive move, President Trump terminates temporary status for Somalians in Minnesota after massive Medicaid fraud exposed. Quote, send them back where they came from. Minnesota Governor Walz it's a hub of fraudulent money laundering activity. And I am, as President of the United States, hereby terminating, effective immediately, the TPS program for Somalis in Minnesota. Somali gangs are terrorizing the people of the great state and billions of dollars are missing. It's over. Donald J. Trump. Let's freaking go. A lot going on right now, boys. A lot cooking. Woo!
Not only to me, but especially to my family. But it's been wrong to my district as well. I have too much self-respect and dignity. I love my family way too much. And I do not want my sweet district to have to endure a hurtful and hateful primary against me by the president that we all fought for, only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms, and in turn be expected to defend the president against.
You are not going to win against President Trump. You are not going to win.
Against impeachment after he hatefully dumped tens of millions of dollars against me and tried to destroy me. It's all so absurd and completely unserious. I refuse to be a battered wife, hoping it all goes away and gets better. If I am cast aside by the president and the MAGA political machine and replaced by neocons, big pharma, big tech, military-industrial war complex, foreign leaders, and the elite donor class that can never, ever relate to real Americans, then many common Americans have been cast aside and replaced as well. There is no plan to save the world or a 4D chess game being played. When common American people realize and understand that the political industrial complex of both parties is ripping this country apart, that not one elected leader like me is able to stop Washington's machine from gradually destroying our country. And instead, the reality is that they, common Americans, the people, possess the real power over Washington, then I'll be here by their side to rebuild it. Until then, I'm going back to the people that I love, to live my life to the fullest as I always have, and I look forward to a new path ahead. I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026. And I look forward to seeing many of you again sometime in the future. May God bless you all, and may God bless America.
There you have it. So Marjorie Taylor Greene resigns from Congress. You know, I mean, it's not surprising at all. I feel like she's going to turn out to be a complete disaster. Podcast will be announced tomorrow, probably. That's what I would expect from her. If I was guessing. So we'll see. We will see what happens. But there you have it. Marjorie Taylor Greene. She is done. All right. Let's see. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Elite Neo for 20 says Liberal Hive Mind just released a video a few hours ago. Voters are pissed as Mamdani backtracks on another campaign promise. Looks like Trump knew what he was doing during their meeting earlier. After all, trust the plan. It's what I said, man. Like, I saw a lot of MAGA people like really upset with Trump's meeting with Mamdani, and I'm telling you, man, Trump got exactly what he wanted out of that. Again, I was wrong, because my prediction was, I thought that it was either going to be incredibly like entertaining to be like, they're going to go at it. It's going to be a debate and Trump's going to smack him down, or it's just going to be a kiss. It's just going to be like a kiss ass, moment. Trump like when I saw the press going for blood, I was like, dude, he is working this so good. He is working this so good. It was great to watch. I loved it, man. Let's see. Bob says MTG got the bag and left before getting kicked the F out. Probably so. Probably so. That's what it looks like. So yeah, people are talking about her net worth. I don't know what her net worth is. So I don't know if that's accurate or not. I have no idea. But I've seen some people speculating on her net worth. But if you're just tuning in, Marjorie Taylor Greene has resigned from Congress effective early January 2026. So that's when that's going to happen. That happened right before I went live, that announcement. I was not prepared for that. I had no idea what was happening. I was actually going live to do a follow-up on the Trump Mamdani presser from earlier, because I didn't really get a chance, because I had to go do Friday Night Tights. I didn't really have a chance to kind of give my thoughts on all of that. I kind of went on a rant right before I left, but I wasn't able to do that. So I will give more thoughts on that. We'll play some of the clips. Shorty Short says, bye, Felicia. The Big Alboski, thank you for the membership. Nas says, now this is a great 50th birthday present. Well, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. The young age of 50 years old. Very young. BC Man says, one thing I miss about Rumble is getting notified hail. Well, you will get them now. I'm back. Short says, and so again, had just a few people that, like, I care what people think in the community. So people are like, dude, you always said like you just streamed to Rumble, because even if there's 100 people over there that want to watch it, it's for those 100 people. That is accurate. So when I'm traveling, it's a little more difficult. But if I'm just doing the normal rotation like that, there's I care more about the individuals over there than I do fighting with Rumble. Shorter Short says, so do they have an election, or they were going to replace her? Well, her seat is open now. So there's a process that goes along with it. But so she'll resign, and then the process will begin. But so the Republicans, they still have the majority. I don't know what the numbers are right now. I think the numbers are gonna be like 220, something like, I'm not sure what the process goes down to. So she wasn't going to vote with them anyway. Yeah, so correct. Her seat will get appointed. That will be Trump, right? Trump will appoint the seat, right? Gaming stream later. Yes, I'm playing Fortnite with Jay. So, Bird Up says MTG 223. She's 220. The governor. I don't know why I said Trump. Brian Kemp will be able to do it. So just like when DeSantis in Florida was able to appoint, so Governor Kemp will be able to do it. I don't know why I said Trump. Cobra Cow connection. That's right. Bird Up says MTG becomes a member of The View as their token reformed conservative by mid 2026. That's actually probably in line. So, and yes, Kemp might pick a rhino. I don't know what's going on outside of like the 2024 election. I don't really know what's going on with Brian Kemp these days. I know him and Trump had their differences. I don't really know what Brian Kemp has been up to since Trump got in office. So I have no idea. Bubba Dank says, sounds like she's trying to win hearts to make a run for presidency. I mean, I wouldn't put that past her. So, I would not put that past her. Crazy Clown Town says MTG has gone downhill. Oh, wait, this isn't Geeks and Gamers Tabletop. Either way, my statement still stands. Raging Wolf says MTG is pathetic. She wants change, but she quits. Yeah, I mean, it's what are you going to do? Google or Goog. I don't even know how the fuck to say your name. Holy finally, we are getting these Somalis out and FMTG. 100%. 100%. So there you have it. Let's see here. Lord Botha says, hey, if we got to trade MTG for Smoke Show Tulsi, I see that as an absolute win. I don't disagree with you. Exalted Patriarch says, does the governor of Georgia get to fill that seat? This hopefully will not be the start of a lame duck second term for the emperor. Many people may not know what you meant by that, but I knew what you meant by that because I'm from this area. So thank you so much. Okay, so let's talk about Trump and Mamdani today. That was I just really had no idea what to expect. And it turned out to be must-see TV in a different way than many people were expecting. And so right here, top moments from President Trump and Mamdani's time in the Oval Office today, right here. So here we go. If you can hear that.
Multiple times by calling Zora Mamdani a jihadist. Do you think you're standing next to a jihadist right now in the Oval Office?
No, I don't. But she's out there campaigning, and you say things sometimes in a campaign.
Isn't that sort of
She's a very capable person, but you really have to ask her about that. But I don't particularly. I think I met with a man who's a very rational person. I met with a man who wants to see really.
I don't have captions. I don't have the option for captions. So sadly, I don't. So I know it's very low. I can see if I'd have a better one. Actually, you know what? I'll pull up because I know Asmongold had on his Asmongold Clips channel. And I agree with what he said right here. So here's Asmongold.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. The meeting with the president, and as he said, it was a productive meeting.
For you, you referred to Mr. Mamdani as a communist. Could you describe why you feel that way?
Oh my God.
I mean, he's got views that are a little out there. We all change. I changed a lot. I think he is going to surprise some conservative people, actually.
Just days ago,
Wow.
President Trump is a despot who betrayed the country. You said you'd be his worst nightmare and accused
Yes.
of having a fascist agenda. Are you planning to retract any of these remarks?
I think both President Trump and I, we are very clear about our positions and our.
Dude, Trump was loving this. Like, you just look at his body language. He loved this because he knew that the press wanted blood. He knew it. And he knew that by flipping the script on them, it was going to make it even worse. I'm telling you, man, this dude is a master at manipulating the media.
And what I really appreciate about the president is that the meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers.
Why is it so normal? I don't know.
And I've been told much worse than a despot, so it's not that insulting. I think he'll change his mind after we get to working together. Yes.
Threatened to send federal troops to New York City.
Yeah, they're really trying to bait this, huh?
We discussed this at great length, actually. He wants to have a safe New York, ultimately a safe New York. Work together. We're going to make sure that if they're horrible people there, we want to get them out. I think he wants to get them out maybe more than I do.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
Oh my God.
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay.
Dude, only Trump would fucking say that. Like, this is next level shit, dude. This is next level shit.
Trump is a fascist?
Oh my God.
That's okay. You can just say yes. Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining.
Sure, don't worry about it. Oh my God.
You've accused the U.S. government of committing genocide in Gaza.
I've spoken about the Israeli government committing genocide. I shared with the president in our meeting about the concern that many New Yorkers have of wanting their tax dollars to go towards the benefit of New Yorkers, that people were tired of seeing our tax dollars fund endless wars, and I appreciated the meeting we had and the work that we can do.
Do you view the mayor-elect as the true leader of the Democrat Party?
You consider yourself the leader of the Democrats? I think it's more appropriate.
Oh, man.
I consider myself the next mayor of New York City. I appreciate the meeting with the president, which focused again on the 5 boroughs.
They're farming so hard, yeah.
I always said, one of the things I would love to be someday is the mayor of New York City. I think you really have a chance to make it. Great. I'll be cheering for him. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody.
You chose not to answer the question about the city.
Man, you don't hate the media enough. Oh my God. That was amazing. That was great. I hate them so much. Aren't they awful? I think this was a 10 out of 10. I really do. I think.
See, this is what Trump wanted. He wanted to create the chaos. I see Cliff Fix says, I found Trump's nonstop praise of Mom Donnie to be highly disturbing. I was cringing my ass off. First of all, I think I appreciate it, man. I think Mom Donnie's a piece of shit. I cannot stand Mom Donnie. So it's not about him like this was Trump working like a master. I saw an interview on MSNBC and what's his name? What's the victim civil rights black dude? What's his fucking name? Sharpton, Al Sharpton. Sharpton, they had MSNBC on, and right here. So this was MSNBC, their reaction to it. And Al Sharpton talked to Mom Donnie in advance and tried to prep him on how Trump was going to act. Okay? That's like Trump was way ahead of this. Way ahead of this. Swirly BS for a $100 super chat. Don't forget, she was one of the first to break ranks and vote for Johnson, and now she whines about him not putting her bill to vote, and you're a fig. Thank you. Hail to you, brother, for the $100 super chat. Thank you. We'll bring Sweeney in later on. But watch this with MSNBC and how they acted with this, because they didn't know how to act either.
Now I've seen everything. Hi again, everybody. You've been
You
watching
hear?
Donald Trump fall in love with New York City.
Now I've seen everything. She's broken. She's completely broken. One more time.
Now I've seen everything. Hi again, everybody. You've been watching Donald Trump fall in love with New York City's mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani in the Oval Office after a meeting with high stakes for the country's largest city. The two men have before just now lobbed vicious verbal attacks at one another frequently. Mamdani, in his victory speech earlier this month, told Trump, quote, "To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us." Today, it was an alternate reality, completely different story.
They have no idea how to respond, dude. Their wires are all twisted up. This is amazing.
The two men struck a cordial tone initially, talking about lowering the cost of living for New Yorkers, and it got more affectionate on Trump's part, at least, as it went on. When
Like anybody downing Trump at this point, it's like, dude, this dude just yesterday was talking about death penalties and hanging the traitors. He's on fire, dude.
By journalists on whether he had called Donald Trump a fascist. Mamdani said, yes, he did. Trump, for his part, who was sitting next to him, said, go ahead, you can answer the question. It's okay.
First of all, that is not how it happened. He did not say yes until Trump gave him permission. That is a straight up lie from her. That is a straight up lie. She lied because she knew she had to give Trump credit for it.
Called Donald Trump a fascist. Mamdani said, yes, he did. Trump, for his part, who was sitting next to him, said, go ahead, you can answer the question. It's okay. This extraordinary meeting is where we start today. With me at the table, host of Politics Nation, president of the National Action Network, the Reverend Al Sharpton's here. He spoke with...
Breaking news. Al Sharpton is still alive. Breaking news. Okay?
The mayor-elect ahead of this meeting yesterday. We can ask him exactly what he told him to drop into Donald Trump's Diet Coke. Also joining us, the host of Fast Politics,
Oh,
New
shit.
York Times.
Speaking of breaking news, dude, this may be the first time I've ever heard this on the internet. Okay? Israel first is Trump's campaign. Did you just come up with that all by yourself? Did you come up with that all by yourself, or are you repeating your favorite podcaster? Did you come up with that all by yourself? You good job, buddy. Good job. Man, we have not. Man, that was tough for you to repeat your favorite podcaster, wasn't it? We're all proud of you, little guy.
Contributing opinion writer and political analyst Molly Jong-Fast is here. Also joining us, Puck News senior political columnist, MS Now national affairs analyst John Heilman is here. Rev, what was the plan and what do you think?
They have no idea what to do. They have no idea what to do. By the way, so Mamdani, one of the things that he ran on was he said that if Netanyahu was showed up into New York, he would arrest him. They asked Mamdani and Trump if they had discussed that. And Trump answered and says, we didn't talk about that.
Well, I talked to the mayor-elect last night. He called me, and I told him that I've dealt with Donald Trump 40 years.
Right here. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about right here.
The plan, and what do you think?
Well, I talked to the mayor-elect last night. He called me, and I told him that I've dealt with Donald Trump 40 years. He will either be very cordial and charming and may attack you on Truth Social before you get out of the grounds of the White House, or he may use it as a confrontation, that you should keep your eye on what it is you're trying to do in terms of affordability, in terms of representing segments of New York that have been neglected, and don't bite the bait. Because I think that...
Guys, I want to be like, can we please not be disrespectful to the Reverend Al Sharpton? Now, I know a lot of you are talking about, oh, it doesn't look like Al Sharpton. Oh, what happened now? Can we give a look? Like, context is lost on the internet. Context is lost, okay? So I'm going to educate all of you right now because maybe you don't know. So I'm going to educate you. The Reverend Al Sharpton has been cast in a brand new movie. You guys ready? Hang on. Hang on. I'll show you right now. I'll show you right now. Okay. So, the Reverend Al Sharpton, brand new movie, Okay? You guys are going to be blown away by this, okay? You're gonna lose your mind when you see what I'm about to show you. It's gonna be one of the greatest moments of all time. Open a new tab. So right here, this is gonna be a breaking news, okay? The Reverend Al Sharpton has been cast as Smeagol. He had to lose the weight. The new film is called Lord Dim Rings. Lord Dim Rings. This is going to be a movie / series on Amazon Studios. Lord Dim Rings. So, can you guys not be disrespectful to the Reverend Al Sharpton? Okay? This looks to be a very fucking hell, it's so funny, dude. It's so funny. Anyway, let's get back to this.
It's clear that Donald Trump will go either way that he thinks is to his advantage. I mean, we just sat here and saw him, in effect, attack his future gubernatorial candidate's characterization of Mandani. That's going to be one of the headlines. Trump says he's not a jihadist. I mean, there'll be many.
Fox News covers three things with Trump down at 33%. They cover crime in America's cities. Right. They cover really two things. They cover immigration, but that's pretty unpopular right now.
So you're now coping over Fox News and how they're going to cover this when you yourselves don't know how to cover this because of your narrative. Typical media BS. Look at how you guys are acting. You guys are twisted up. Trump has twisted your brains all up. Like, I don't like Mamdani. I don't trust Mamdani. Trump, how he treated Mamdani today has not upset me, hasn't changed my opinion. It hasn't done anything. I get what Trump is doing. Whatever. It's all good. But their brains are broken.
Too, and they cover this line, this lie, this smear that New York's mayor-elect is a jihadist. What are they going to do now?
They're either going to have to attack Donald Trump or find a new script. And I think he did a lot of things in he being.
Well, wait a minute. But you guys love Mamdani, and you call Trump literally Hitler. But if Mamdani is going to the White House and shaking hands and having friendly conversations with literally Hitler, what are you guys going to do? How are you guys going to handle it?
President Trump, that was interesting. How New York had gone down. Well, I thought he said under Eric Adams everything was fine and that he and Eric were working together. He threw everybody in front of the bus. But again, Zohran Mamdani is not off the grounds yet. Don't think that Donald Trump dates. He does not get married politically. And they had a good date. That does not mean this is a political marriage.
They're waiting for Trump to to Truth Social something bad about Mamdani. And do you know what he did? Because that's what he's saying right there. He's like, he hasn't even left the grounds yet. So we'll see. We'll see what Trump says. Do you know what Trump said? All right. This is what Trump said about Mamdani. President Trump shared a photo on Truth Social of him and Mamdani at the White House today. It was a great honor meeting Mamdani, the new mayor of New York. There it is. That's what he posted. That's what he posted. Like, they don't know what to do right now. They're so triggered.
I hope, though, it benefits the city of New York. I'm glad that we're not talking about him sending Vice in here and doing what he did in L.A. I think that's the positive. But would I bet on this sticking only because I know Donald Trump? I wouldn't bet on that.
I have never watched a public meeting, even with Putin, Trump didn't go on for as long, where he lavished that much praise, affection, and admiration on anyone.
So I have a theory that some of what's happened is that Donald Trump sees how popular Zoran is, and he wants to get on that affordability train, right? He sees his numbers. He knows inflation is plaguing him. I mean,
Dude, this is so good. This is so funny. This is perfect.
maybe I'm ascribing too much sort of political acumen to him, but I just wonder, because when he was talking, he said, you know, many Bernie Sanders voters voted for me, and then you had Zoran go back and say, you know, they voted for him. You know, a lot of people in New York City voted for him. Yeah. And then he said more people voted for me. You know, I just
and you know how look, here's where you really figure this out. He didn't even give him a Trump 2028 hat. You know, Trump is really in like, I'm really trying to troll you guys now. Because if you remember when Schumer and Jeffries came to the White House, Trump had Trump 2028 hats sitting in front of his desk so that they could look at them. Like, Trump took this one real seriously.
wonder if I mean, look, obviously he really did clearly like him. And I think that it speaks to the talent, the raw political talent. That he can go in and sit there and just make this guy his greatest cheerleader. But I also wonder if he's trying to get on that, you know, he ran as a populist. He said he was going to make things cheaper.
We're ascribing to Trump like a multi-step process when all that we've ever witnessed is like a hunting dog's reflexes. Right. And I just think there was a winner in the Oval Office today who won something that Donald Trump just told us he'd always wanted. Donald Trump said, quote, "One of the things I would love to be is mayor of New York." And this is someone who won. Again, we'll quote Donald Trump today on this. Came out of nowhere, and Trump was obviously tracking his poll numbers. So Trump is endorsing Cuomo, is flipping Adams or whatever the hell he did with the Adams criminal bribery case at DOJ. Lord. And I wonder how all those lawyers feel about ruining their integrity to spring Adams when Trump was obviously in love with Mamdani the whole time. And he's tracking his polls. He says you were at 1 and then 4 and then 9. He's obviously been following his meteoric rise. And the guy is sitting there saying, you can call me a fascist or a despot. You just answer the question. I mean, I've never seen him sort of care for his children, his vice president, or his cabinet's credibility the way he seemed committed to honoring Mamdani's credibility.
No, I've never seen him do that before. But Donald Trump is one that likes a political athlete.
Winner.
Right.
And a winner. I mean, back when sometime we would get along, I would sit at ringside at boxing matches because he had the license in Atlantic City. He would go in rooting for one boxer, and if another guy got ahead in the third round, he was rooting for him. He's going to walk out of the place with the winner. And
sorry, I was just pulling it up because I was listening to something else at the same time they were talking, so I heard barely what they said. But do you remember when Bill Maher met Trump? And do you remember the things that he said about Trump in his monologue? Bill Maher, when he met Trump, he kept talking about how charming he was and how nice he was and how assertive he was. You remember that? And then he's like, where is this guy? Why don't we get to see this guy? They literally just got that guy and they're freaking out because they got that guy. They're never fucking happy. They're never happy. They're never satisfied. There's nothing Trump can do to make these freaks happy. None of them. Like, I've got it. I think this is the monologue right here. I think this is it.
And my friend Kid Rock, because we share a belief that there's got to be something better than hurling insults from 3,000 miles away. And let me first say that to all the people who treated this like it was some kind of summit meeting, you're ridiculous. Like I was going to sign a treaty or something. I have no power. I'm a fucking comedian, and he's the most powerful leader in the world. I'm not the leader of anything, except maybe a contingent of centrist-minded people who think there's got to be a better way of running this country than hating each other every minute. So meet up in person. Maybe it'll be different. Spoiler alert, it was. First good sign, before I left for the Capitol, I had my staff collect and print out this list of almost 60 different insulting epithets that the president has said about me. Things like stupid, dummy, lowlife dummy, sleazebag, sick, sad, stone cold crazy. Really a dumb guy, fired like a dog, his show is dead. There's 60. I brought this to the White House because I wanted him to sign it, which he did. Which he did with good humor. And I know as I say that, millions of liberal sphincters just tightened. Oh my God, Bill, are you going to say something nice about him? What I'm going to do is report exactly what happened. You decide what you think about it. And if that's not enough pure Trump hate for you, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. So no, I didn't go MAGA. And to the president's credit, there was no pressure to. After we left the Oval Office, he showed me the little room off the office, you know, the one where Clinton used to. Okay. The blowjob room. Okay. Well, not anymore. That's where they keep the merch now. It is. And he gave me a bunch of hats, but he didn't ask me to take a picture in one, which I appreciated. The guy I met is not the person who the night before the dinner shit-tweeted a bunch of nasty crap about how he thought this dinner was a bad idea and what a deranged asshole I was. I read it and thought, oh, what a lovely way to welcome someone to your house.
This is Trump. This is what he does. He literally was just insulting Mamdani a couple of days ago. This is what he does. Why are people so emotional? Like, just, this is what Trump does.
But when I got there, that guy wasn't living there. Now, does Trump want respect? Of course. Who doesn't? My friend said to me, what are you going to wear to the White House? I said, I don't know, but I'm not going to dress like Zelensky. I'll tell you that. But, okay. Just for starters, he laughs. I've never seen him laugh in public.
Okay, that's bullshit. Like, literally, we just saw Trump laugh in the Oval Office today with Mamdani. That's bullshit. This is a liberal tunnel vision talking from Bill Maher, who's never actually paid attention to Trump. It's just a flat out lie.
Yes, including it himself. And it's not fake. Believe me, as a comedian of 40 years, I know a fake laugh when I hear it. And I thank you for them. No. Okay, example. In the Oval Office, he was showing me the portraits of presidents, and he pointed to Reagan and said, in all seriousness, you know, the best thing about him, his hair. I said, well, there was also that whole bringing down communism thing, waiting for the button next to the Diet Coke button to get pushed and I go through the trap door. But no, he laughed, he got it. I said to him at one point, Mr. President, you know the dog, that's unusual in the White House. He said, well, a lot of the presidents, they had a dog for political reasons. I said, no, people love dogs, that's what that is. Oh yeah, okay, that's true. I'm telling you what happened. At one point, we were walking through his amazing tour of the whole house. And I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but it must have been something with the 2020 election, because I know he used the word lost. And I distinctly remember saying, wow, I never thought I'd hear you say that. He didn't get mad. He's much more self-aware than he lets on in public. Look, I get it. It doesn't matter who he is at a private dinner with a comedian. It matters who he is on the world stage. I'm just taking as a positive that this person exists, because everything I've...
And what's weird about listening to Maher speak like this is like, this person exists. Yeah, that's why 77 million fucking people voted for him, because we see this person all the time. We see this person. The person you have created, the media has created, that's the only person you weirdos see. So today, and the reason I played this Bill Maher clip was because today, that person was on full display and they can't handle it. They can't function. They can't make any sense of it. That's why I go back to what I said, because I saw a lot of people being negative about it. And I'm like, dude, this is Trump. This is what Trump does. This is what he always does. Like, for instance, now I know half the chat's going to get pissed. The other half might appreciate it. Actually, I say this is probably me. Half the chat will be pissed. 25% of the chat would be like, roll Tide. And the other 25% will talk about their team. Alabama football. Coach Nick Saban, the greatest coach of all time. Classic Saban. Whenever Alabama was winning big late in ball games, Alabama could be up 50-3 with 2 minutes to go. Saban is coaching harder than he's ever coached, screaming at players. Like, you would think, why is this guy so crazy? Alabama's winning by 40-something points, and coach is just screaming to the top of his lungs. Whereas if it was a tight game, say it's 10-7 in the fourth quarter and Alabama needs to score, Saban is not screaming at his players. He's suddenly being more like, coaching my players up. I got to coach these guys up in this moment. I can't sit there and rip them apart right now. I've got to coach them up. I got to build their confidence. It's psychological. And so that's what Trump is doing. He's taking the moment for what it is, and he is, maneuvering to the best way that's going to play the best for him to get what he needs in the long run. That's what he's doing. And people are so drawn into what they want in that moment that they can't see past what they want. Trump had a masterpiece today in the Oval Office with Mamdani. A masterpiece. The media can't handle it. A lot of his own supporters can't handle it. But the people that know, the people that have been following this dude, know exactly what he did today. So anyway, that's the gist of it there. Now, I saw someone ask me if I've talked about the Somali situation. Yes, earlier I had cut in on that. But yeah, let me see if I can find that one more time. That tweet right here. This was a little bit earlier, but breaking. President Trump announced that he is terminating the temporary protect status for all Somalis in Minnesota. Ilhan Omar is going to lose her shit over this one. Send them all back now. So there is President Trump's Truth Social post. Minnesota under Governor Walz is a hub of fraudulent money laundering activity. I am, as President of the United States, hereby terminating, effective immediately, the TPS program for Somalis in Minnesota. Somali gangs are terrorizing the people of the great state, and billions of dollars are missing. Send them back to where they came from. It's over. President Donald J. Trump. Do you like that guy? Because that's the same guy that was in the Oval Office today. That's the guy right there. The greatest negotiator of all time. That's him. Okay. Let's see if there's any other stuff. Of course, we had I have in the title that Marjorie Taylor Greene has resigned. So that has happened. Marjorie Taylor Greene has resigned. And effective January of 2026. And I don't know what her play is, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone sent the super chat earlier, and I apologize for forgetting, but someone sent the super chat. I would not be surprised if she showed up on The View sometime in 2026. That would not surprise me at all. That would be pretty damn crazy. Means she hasn't resigned yet. No, she has not resigned yet, but she will be resigning. Schrodinger chat says, when a U.S. representative resigns before their term ends, the vacancy is filled through a special election as required by the U.S. Constitution, Article 1, Section 2, Clause 4. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Creature Guide says, it's a wonderful day. Now give me your viewers. Well, I would encourage all of my viewers to tune into my gaming stream afterwards, but no, thank you. Thank you, Creature Guide. Live Prehistoric for $20. I appreciate it, man. Hey, we got that $100, and we got to honor the $100. We got to honor the $100 because Sydney Sweeney is in the house. Okay. And again, we have a price drop for the holidays because I know everybody is spending their hard-earned money on their families and friends. So through the holidays, we have a discount for Sydney Sweeney. Okay, there's a discount because, the world's a better place when Sydney Sweeney's on CobraCast. I think everybody agrees with that. Doesn't everyone agree with that? I think you do. Let's see here. John Wayne for 20 says, shout out to one Alabama retard from another, right here in Cullum, Alabama, where our 45th, 47th president famously said, everything woke turns to shit. Roll Tide. I hope. You may be an Auburn fan, but you're either an Alabama fan or an Auburn fan if you live in the state of Alabama. But the smart people, not many of them in Alabama, but the smart people are Bama fans. Minister Fonte says, MTG betrayed Trump before he went after her. She was flirting with the idea of becoming a Democrat before Trump said anything. She did it to herself. Agreed. Bubba Dank says, no principal tax. Nandor says, just be mad tax for the tard. Kate says, grift tax. Cultural Breakdown says, she took a shot at the king and missed. Now she's gone. Penelope says, grifter tax. Tommy says, Jeremy won't grift my comments. This is to prove it. Jackson says, $1.05. There's Willie Will's $100. Hail to you, Willie Will. Thank you so much. John freaking Murdoch's $100 as well. Thank you. Lady Eric D says, Jeremy is retarded. Anyone in the chat with high expectations has no one to blame but themselves for their own disappointment. That's right. Thank you so much. Swirly BS says, remember my name, Fig. I don't know what your previous name was, but I remember is Swirly BS. I mean, I see it now because YouTube has got this whole freaking app thing now, but I will remember it. So again, if you have, I would recommend everybody, I don't know how it goes with changing your name on YouTube, but depending on what you want your screen name to be, that at is probably going to be the thing that we're going to have moving forward. I hate it. I can't stand it. The Tim Case is 830 likes, 2,600 viewers. There you go. Thank you. Again, another $100. Lelouch Live says, I'll change my name to at. Can't change the at name? You can't change your at name? Really? I am curious about that. Can you change your at name? Or are you locked in on that now? Nope. Yes, you can. A lot of people are saying yes, you can. A couple of people are saying no, but yeah. Lady Aaron D says yes, you can. Haven't tried. You can. Okay. No, it's locked. So that's weird. Some people are saying that they're having issues, but it looks like most people. Al Bundy says, yes, I changed mine. Okay. John Wayne says, roll Tide in a family of Auburn fans. You, sir, are awesome. Hell yeah, man. I'm wearing the Bama hoodie today. Getting ready for the game tomorrow. Wait, do we play tomorrow? Or yeah, we play tomorrow, right? It was like Eastern Illinois or some shit like that. Then see, Gold Sanders says President Trump has done good things. He got the COVID vaccine rolling, which saved millions of lives. Trump is pro-vaccine, which is great. We need a trustworthy person to approve vaccines. Thank you for the 10. I appreciate it. EHAF says in New York City and Wall Street fall, it's going to be a destructive tidal wave across the country. Trump could be trying to prevent that for midterms and by getting Zohan to heal. I mean, listen, I'm not going to pretend to know exactly what Trump's play is here. I'm not, but, and again, I've said many times, like, I know a lot of Trump supporters have this idea of like Trump playing 5 and 6D chess and 12D chess and all that. I don't really think that he does that as often as people think he does, but I think in any given situation, he definitely thinks 2 or 3 steps ahead in any situation. Some people think Trump has like this like 10-year plan things. Like they think Trump like 10 years ago had all of this stuff planned out. And I don't believe that shit at all. Whiskey Niner says Trump pulled off uniting the commie Karens and the Groypers. Chris Whiting says, I love Al Sharpton. At one point he loved James Brown. So, you know, that's cool. Thank you. Veronid with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Veronid. You guys have been crazy tonight. Ministry of Own Things says Trump knows Gen Z is going hard left because they feel abandoned. Brett Coop's video. Trump knows not to further alienate Gen Z by mocking Mamdani. This is proof Trump is paying attention. You know what's interesting too? To your point, this right here. So I follow a lot of these kind of leftist, you know, like these pop accounts, you know, that cover pop culture and shit like that. They all tweeted out what happened today. So like, right, Pop Base. All right. So Pop Base is one of the bigger Twitter accounts right now. They tweeted this out. 60,000 likes. 60,000 likes. And you see people in the comments are like, oh, wow, I didn't know Trump was capable of that. It's going viral everywhere. It's got 2.5 million views. Here's Pop Base again to 110,000 likes, 12 million views on this tweet. And all of these younger people that follow accounts like that shit are getting like, whoa, Trump's being nice to Mamdani. Well, Trump is being complimentary of Mamdani, because that's exactly it. You go up right here. Nope.
Finish it all. He likes his goat sperm more than milk for some reason. Okay, son. That's a good boy. You're going to listen to daddy when he speaks to you next time, right? Okay, little guy. Remember what I told you. Go against me again, and you will learn what the F-O in FAFO is.
Yes, Daddy.
All right. Right here, Pop Crave. You know, it's got 354,000 views on it right there. Right here. Alex says they're still processing it. What the heck just happened? What the heck just happened? They're broken. This was a perfect reaction to all of this. Is a perfect reaction. I love it so much. Gay Locatus says my pick looks gay, doesn't stick out at all. Sinestro says Jeremy will grift off your comments, and they're not a fucking thing you can. There's not a fucking thing you can do about it. So here's a stupid comment, so you can grift off it. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. I appreciate it. Rona Zero says MTG copium tax. Zhang the Great says they finished off what was left of her brain with the Jewish space lasers. Bird Up says, I have never valued attention, says the Jewish space lasers lady. Delta Dragon says, I don't disagree with MTG, but it's typical political talk that hardly does anything for anyone except those trying to be elected. Tommy says, to Somalis, Trump is the captain now. Phantasmus Knox, MTG has been a hack, always a hack. Let's see. Phantasmus Knox says, she says she has dignity, yet goes on The View. Nas says, hurtful primary means her employees are exposed. The local Rex says, is that right? Did I say that right? Yeah, the local Rex says, I live in GA14. I'm seriously considering running. I won't win because I'm a normal human, but being still, I'm going to call the FEC on Monday and morning. Well, hey, man, don't let being a normal human being stop you, because people are looking for more normal human beings out there. So don't let that stop you at all. That's actually a benefit to you. Bird Up says, are there any Somalis in Somalia still? Somalians in Somalia still? Feels like they're all here. It does feel like that. Nandor says, just needed to go 10 seconds more to beat X-Wing outro. Tommy says, speaking boldly against Trump MAGA, but resigned from position. A bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for her. Jesus says, Donald Trump played Mamdani like a fiddle today. Agreed. It's more so, it's not even Mamdani that I think he played. I think he played the media more than anything. I think Mamdani was just a tool that he used, but I don't think he was playing Mamdani. I think he was using Mamdani to play the media. That's what I think he did. Buffalo Blue Bear says, MTG with the long-winded resignation letter saying I'm leaving because I won't win House or Senate election now is essentially I'm Timu Liz Cheney, 1,000%. Fantastic Stock says, whatever happened to Mamdani saying he will keep Trump off New York City, all that posturing ends up making him come to Trump and play nice. Exactly. King Goris for 20 says, I'm a bit lost in all this MTG stuff. I don't really follow politics. Can you give us a quick timeline of the recap? Well, ultimately, Marjorie Taylor Greene, for the last several months, has basically been opposing President Trump on some key issues. Now, her voting record is going to show that she's consistent with conservative voting, and that's what a lot of people are going to point to. But if you look at some of these key issues, particularly this, Epstein thing, she has blown this shit way out of proportion, and she's been moving towards, things with like Thomas Massey, and she's been blowing things out of proportion. She went on The View, which, correct me if I'm wrong, did she go on The View before or after the stuff with Trump? I think Trump popped back at her after the View appearance, correct? I'm trying to get my timeline right. And so correct me if I'm wrong on that, chat, before I continue. Yeah, she went on The View before. And I think that was a moment where Trump was like, okay, this chick is, and she went on CNN after, I believe. Was it after? I can't remember. Anyway, timeline's a little fuzzy on that because it all happened recently, but she's been opposing Trump on specific issues, key issues, but she's been with him for a long time on the basic issues. But there's been some pretty strong topics that she's just been posturing against Trump, and she's kind of become a thorn in his side. And so recently, Trump finally just pulled his support for her and basically said he's going to primary her. He's going to get her gone. And she has then played the victim, claimed that she was getting death threats and all of this stuff, and pulled the victim card. And it's just kind of spiraled in the last week or so. But it's been building for a while with her behavior. And that's where we are now. So a lot of what we accuse Thomas Massey of doing is what she's been doing. It's been a lot of grandstanding. It's been a lot of, things that shows her self-interest, essentially. And, she built her name off of being MAGA. And so I saw a lot of people going, oh, I can't believe Trump's going after MTG, but he stands with Lindsey Graham. And it's like, okay, first of all, Lindsey Graham's a piece of shit. I know that. You know that. We all know that. No one's pretending that Lindsey Graham's not a piece of shit. But Lindsey Graham falls in line when he needs to fall in line for when Trump needs something. That's the bottom line. Like, Lindsey Graham is a warmonger. He's a horrible person. We all know that. Nobody's disputing that. But she has made her name off of rocking that MAGA hat, building her following off of MAGA, and leaning into MAGA. And when you do that you're going to have a responsibility to definitely stick with President Trump when he needs it the most. And if you're not going to be there in those crucial moments, Trump's going to get pissed. So S. Becker says Tony Romo and Sean Payton went to Eastern Illinois. Go Panthers. Hell yeah. Blast Radio says scamming is normal in their homeland, and a lot of Somalis will admit this is a form of survival. Democrats and sellout neocon Republicans are directly responsible for them coming here in record numbers. Jeremy Wormy says, I just dropped $104 on your new merch. You will admit Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Okay, so Jeremy Wormy dropped $104. And he gives me a grift opportunity. And he does rock Geeks and Gamers merch on his show. I've seen it before. So this merch is available until the 25th of November. Now, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Okay? Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. But we have the Unit 199 Cultural Task Force t-shirt. Okay? You see it right there. Here, let me, I think, am I on the website right now? I think I am on the website. Let's see. I think I'm on the, yeah, okay. So I can scroll down here and we have the Cultural Task Force t-shirt. Okay. My team brought this to me. They're like, this is going to be our Christmas shirt. And I'm like, Die Hard's not a fucking Christmas movie. And they're like, yeah, it is. I'm like, no, it's not. Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. They're like, yeah, it is. And this is a cool design and the people are going to like it. So I was like, fine, I'm going to grift it. That's the only way I'll approve it. So if we sell 400 of this t-shirt before the campaign ends, I will forever anoint Die Hard as a Christmas movie. We got to sell 400 and I don't think we can do it. So that's the deal. There you have it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Swirly BS says autocorrect sucks. My wife said stop sending a fig money. But after trying to watch 2024 coverage on Dan and Crowder streams, you were the one we settled on. Now we never miss a stream when possible. We have a soft spot for those special people. Dude, that's awesome, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, we had a hell of a run with the 2024 coverage, and man, I can't believe people are still watching me after all this time, but I really do appreciate it. Between Geeks and Gamers and D-Day Cobra and all the stuff we have with Geeks and Gamers going on, man, I am very, very lucky to have the support that we have here in the 199. It's pretty amazing. So I really appreciate it. And tell your wife, thank her for allowing you to send me money. I appreciate that. Let's see. Josie says, I hate when politicians and celebrities refer to us as common Americans. There's nothing common about us. We are America. They are slime. Agreed. Sith Lord Magus says, Trump to Mom Donnie. You know, there's been more than one bitch under this desk before, probably. Tommy says, fuck MTG, but still would. Lips look like a Hoover vacuum. Miniature Vante says, Trump pulled a work on everyone. Even the right is in utter confusion. You cannot anticipate anything from him. Hassan's reaction is going to be gold. Yeah. Does anybody know if Hassan has reacted to this? Because, yeah. Okay. That's funny. Somebody in the comments, hang on. Loki says, I just considered CobraCast like Make-A-Wish for Jeremy. It's fucking awesome. That's an awesome comment. Kaya says, have you ever heard of John Doyle? And if so, what do you think of him? John, I mean, that's a pretty, like, I feel like I've heard the name before, but it's not ringing a bell. Darian Murphy says, Jeremy, you're 100% right. This was a masterclass from Trump. Little Jim Salo says, Mossad Massage Tax Agent 199 A55. Let's see. Phantasmus Knox says, what? Was that his screen name? The guy that said Israel is Israel real? Tommy says, Trump sitting in the president's desk. Communist Mamdani standing behind him. Go ahead. You can insult me. It's okay, Mamdani. No, Trump is okay. Let's see. Tommy says, New York will be okay. Mamdani is searching for a career. Tommy says, Trump and Mamdani knew they were what they were doing. Trump wanted to declaw him, and he did. Mamdani wanted to appease him for his career. He did, in my opinion. Suggen says, they was rangs and she at. BC Man says, Trump rage baited both sides today, and I'm enjoying it. Me too. MAGA Mike said that earlier because when we had the stream, I saw MAGA Mike said it. He said he just got both of them. Tommy says, quote, I destroy my enemies when I make them my friends. Abraham Lincoln. Trump has done this before globally, financially. It might be his play here. Mod Eric says, all in act. Jeremy wears USC hats off cam. Tommy says, you can change your at YouTube names easily. Just Google how to do it. You can change them how you want them to read, like pee pee poo poo man. Miniature Vontae says, go to profile settings, go to handle, and you can change it twice within 2 weeks. Then it locks for 8 days or so. I know, I meme a lot. Monica says, please close with where them food stamps. Oh, I don't have that one pulled up. Let's see. Den says, it's not possible. No, it's necessary. Interstellar. Jay Hamilton says, Trump to the swamp media. Got ya, bitch. Daffles TV says, MTG had a clean MAGA voting record. MAGA is on their way to ostracize people like the far left if they keep this up. I mean, I disagree with that, but let's see. Clip that. Shane says, I'm watching on delay, but did the MSNBC lady say that she would ask Al Sharpton what to drop in Trump's Diet Coke? That's exactly what she said. I think that's what she said. Chip says, the Reverend Al, not Sharpton, is his actual name. Kramerica says, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. TJ says, I don't think you could make me angry unless you show the black hole again. Your reaction to that was like Billy M reacting to the boy that peed himself. Scroats Magoat says, say Die Hard is not a Christmas movie and I'll buy a shirt. Oh, you said you wanted me to say Die Hard is a Christmas movie, even though it's not. But I did say it, so you got to buy a shirt now. I did say it, so you got to buy a shirt. Oracle of Doom says, got my 199 hoodie just now, and my Flag 199 shirt is being delivered tomorrow. Hail the 199. Dude, I can't wait to see all you guys at MegaCon rocking this merch. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Okay, so tonight I am playing video games with Jay over on D-Day Cobra Gaming, if you're interested to hang out with us over there. So we should have a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to that. I'd love to get Jay to play some Arc Raiders, but we're gonna play Fortnite tonight. So and we'll have some people joining us, so it should be fun. So I hope you guys will come over and hang out with us. I will do another CobraCast tomorrow, and I did do an Arc Raiders stream. And that was a lot of fun. If you guys want to go watch it, you should go check that out. It was super good. Jay's playing Fortnite now. Then I'm going to be joining him momentarily. But there's a lot of $100 super chats, and we have not seen Sydney Sweeney. We saw Sydney Sweeney, but we haven't seen Anna Paulina Luna lately. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Anna Paulina Luna. Make America great again. Okay, so no, I'm not watching people play video games. Why? You got to. It's fun. But in all seriousness, please go over to geeksandgamers.com or rip us in. We got the 199 hoodie, which I will be rocking a lot of that when I can't wait to rock the 199 hoodie. And of course, we got the IDOT hat, and we have the Task Force shirt. So whatever works for you, go over there, check it out. Come over here, hang out with us on D-Day Cobra Gaming while we play some video games and chill and have some fun. Chad says, hey, Jeremy, I just wanted to say this show along with a G&G are very funny. Y'all got me through some pretty dark times. Thank you, but go Sooners. Hey, man, I appreciate that. That's my goal. My goal every stream is to, just give people a good, fun time. I know a lot of people got mad at me for popping off at Beardo and Mike the other day on Daily. And, obviously the intent was not to make the audience, unhappy. So I never want to piss off any of the people. That's why People were telling me about Rumble. They wanted me to go back to Rumble, and you know, back on Rumble now. I listen. I try to listen. I try to take constructive criticism to the best of my ability, because that's what a leader is supposed to do. And so nobody's always going to be right, but as long as you're listening to the feedback of the people that want you to continue to succeed, then you will probably be in a pretty good spot if you continue to do that. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a good night. I'll see you guys over on the gaming stream if you're interested in that. If not, I'll see you tomorrow for more CobraCast, and we'll catch up on all the craziness throughout the world of politics. Have a good evening, and we'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.